Welcome, everyone, to episode 46 of David Guillaume Podcast. If you're wondering what the setting is, I'm actually in France for a friend's wedding. So we had to make do with a little studio outside, but it is beautiful and it's great energy here. And I'm filming this 2 days before it actually goes live. So I'll be in Tel Aviv in 2 days. We have a sold out seminar, people flying in from all around the world. So super excited about that. And I always like to share with you some events that are coming up or special announcements before I get into the energy of the week. I've just decided to come to Paris. This has been a last second decision. Having been in France, there's some things that are actually calling me back to come in July. So I'll be in Paris July 13th for an all-day seminar. It's going to be on a brand new topic. So even for those of you who have been to any one of my seminars, including the one in London, it will be new. And hopefully we'll be having people fly in from all around the world. That will be Sunday, July 13th. And information can be found on my website, davidguillaume.com, and just click on live events. And as always, for people who want to study deeper, want to get deeper into the content of Kabbalah and how to create miracles in their lives, two of the best courses that I have, online courses, are Limitless Manifestation, which helps you create miracles in your life and break limited and negative belief systems in order to open your vessel for greater light, as well as Limitless Abundance, which is a 6-hour masterclass that I gave, sharing probably some of the deepest spiritual, practical, and tactical secrets to opening up your vessel for wealth and abundance that I've garnered for the last 25 years, privately coaching people, as well as building my own global wellness brand. So let's get into the energy of the week. And I wanted to actually start with a concept that I was talking about with a friend. And she was asking me, I need to make a decision about something. What decision do I make? And that can be about anything that we're all going through in life. So think about in your own life, if you're at a crossroads, there's a decision you need to make. It could be in the area of relationships. It could be in the area of your career. It could be simply planning a vacation and trying to figure out where to go, what to do, when to go. It can be a decision of when to confront someone. Oftentimes we have challenges with people and there's tension and there's space and there's this lack of unity as a result. And we know that wherever there is a lack of unity, blessings cannot follow. So if you're fighting with someone, if there's negativity with someone, if there's hatred with someone, and you're not making at least the attempt to close the space, anywhere that there is space between people, there are unexpected challenges and chaos that comes, especially around finances and money. So sudden losses of wealth often have to do with a lack of unity, a lack of partnership, a lack of respect, and space between two people. So you may be thinking right now, oh, what do I need to do to remove that space? How do I do it? What do I say? When do I do it? How do we answer this question? How do we actually draw down the answer to any question that we have about what to do? And so I was sharing with her, and this has to do with the energy of this week, that many of us are looking for the answer, meaning I don't know something, it's because I don't have the answer. And so I'm going to ask people for the answer. I'm going to research an answer. I'm going to ask people maybe who have been through something similar, and maybe they will give me the answer. But what's powerful about Kabbalah is that the answer is already known because the question is created from the answer. And we've already learned what comes first: the light, the creator, or the vessel, the desire to receive. The creator has always come first, which means that the fulfillment comes before the desire. If you have a desire for something, it is because the fulfillment of that desire already exists, causing you to look for it, to desire it, to want it. So if you have a question in your life, if you have something that is unanswered, it is not that the answer is far away. It is not that the answer doesn't exist. The answer already exists. And it's waiting to be revealed to you once you expand your vessel to reveal that answer. So it's not even about asking a million people for their advice about what to do. If you haven't earned spiritually the answer cannot come to you. And so in everything in life, remember, the vessel is what needs to be created first, and then automatically the fulfillment will come in. Automatically the clarity will come in. So she asked me, so what do I do to build the vessel? And one of the most powerful technologies, which we've talked about before, and I'm going to speak about it again, is this idea of prayer. And I told you, if you go outside right now and for 10 minutes, talk out loud to the Creator, and you can ask 2 questions. Question number 1, what do I need to change about myself? Or what do I need to know or learn to expand my vessel? A second question could be, Creator, I desire to know from you what the answer is. Now, what's interesting about this question is it still looks like I'm not taking responsibility to change my vessel. But the mere fact of asking the Creator for the answer versus people is you're acknowledging that there is a power, a source of energy that is infinite, that is all-knowing, that is beyond time, space, and motion. You're acknowledging that in your consciousness, and this acknowledgement actually creates a vessel inside of you because it means that you have certainty in the Creator. And certainty in the Creator is a way to create and expand a vessel inside of yourself. This is actually why prayer works. So there's really 2 parts of this. One is simply by asking the Creator for the answer. And the deeper you ask, the more heartfelt you are in your asking, the more you feel the pain inside of yourself of not knowing. And so you ask the Creator. And you also believe it is only the Creator that can give you the answer, not people. And you depend on the Creator's energy. This action alone creates the vessel for the answer to come. So really just 10 minutes. 10 minutes of asking the Creator for the answer would change something in the frequency and vibration of your soul where the answer can come in. And the second part of this is, well, maybe it's not enough just to ask. Maybe there's something I need to change about myself before the answer can be revealed. And we've seen this many times. Oftentimes a relationship can't come in until you change one thing about yourself. Oftentimes wealth can't come in until you change one thing about yourself. I've seen this before, and I'm sure you have as well, that someone is blocked for such a large period of time, and then they shift one thing in their life. They shift the way they look at something. They shift their deservability of something, meaning before they thought they didn't deserve something, and then they did some inner work, some kind of transformation, and they're basically realizing that, hey, I do deserve to receive. I do deserve to be happy. And you've shifted now your vibration and you've expanded your vessel, and then great things can come in. Because even if you've earned your soulmate, even if you've earned wisdom or earned wealth, those energies cannot come to you if you do not believe that you deserve to receive. That is a massive soul correction. The belief that I can have everything in this world. And we have a lot of shame around that. We have a lot of limitations around that. Some of us believe that you shouldn't have too much, you can't have too much, you must suffer before you receive. A lot of limitations. But asking the Creator what I need to change about myself, especially when it comes to belief systems about receiving, is the second way and also additive way of praying. So I really want to solidify this point, and this is the week that we can receive this support system, that we are the sole creators of our vessel. No one needs to change around you. Trying to change things externally actually is a complete waste of time and energy. And the negative side has controlled and manipulated us to believe that something needs to change on the outside. When something is changing inside of you, especially around your belief systems, especially using the tool of prayer, you are now expanding your vessel and capacity to receive that fulfillment which is already there. The money is already there. Your soulmate is right there. Even if you're in a relationship and you don't want to leave this person and you believe that you're meant to be with this person, but you're not happy right now, the higher version of that person is there and can be revealed tomorrow, can be revealed to you immediately, but something must shift inside of you. So this is the first point that we want to make. Now, it's something interesting I'll share with you. We had a little bit of time. I'm here with my parents, and so we decided to go shopping. And there's a lot of beautiful clothing stores, obviously, and people always ask the question, is it spiritual to spend money on, or maybe a lot of money on clothing, on fashion, on the way we look? It's a good question. What energy does clothing have? Often people have limited beliefs and shame around buying nice things and enjoying nice things in this world. So obviously a lot goes into this question, and there's a lot of wisdom around purchasing and buying physical objects in this world. But first, let's understand something. The Creator gave us everything in this world so that it can be revealed and enjoyed. I remember we were out in the valet, and this guy pulls up in a beautiful car. I've never seen. It's the new. It's actually a new Ferrari SUV, and it's a car that just recently came out. And everything about the car was very beautiful and impressive. The color was beautiful, the style of it, the additional trimmings that were on the car. And so we went to look at it, and there was so much energy that was coming from something so beautiful. There's a reason why people love these types of cars or this type of clothing, or even to come to a place like the south of France. Like, why do people pay so much money or travel across the world, or they want to get married here? They want to have the most momentous times of their lives here. There's energy to be revealed. And the truth is, all of this beauty was created. I don't know if they can see. You got this beautiful view. You have this ocean here. All of it was created to be experienced by the human kingdom. Meaning, if someone doesn't enjoy the view of the ocean, that part of creation is just not revealed. That part of God, the Creator, is not revealed. So the Creator actually wants the human kingdom to experience all the physical pleasures of this world. Because by experiencing it, by enjoying it, it becomes revealed. Now, what's the problem? The problem is we see people in this world enjoying all of physicality, and it's making them more empty. It's making them have lower consciousness. It's making them be very connected to physicality and not spirituality. So the problem is the way we connect and the consciousness in which we connect. So we went to this clothing store, and one of my friends was trying on some clothing. I tried on a jacket, and the jacket was beautiful. It was lovely. And it was very expensive. It's a very expensive jacket. And I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to spend this much money on a jacket. In the end, I didn't buy the jacket primarily because it didn't fit right and it would have to be tailored. And in my eyes, if you're going to pay a lot of money for something, or whatever a lot of money is relatively, like, why go through the time and hassle of also having to tailor it? That's just my philosophy about things. But the truth is, had it fit right, I would make an investment in good clothing because two reasons, with two types of consciousness. One, the reason I like this jacket is because the jacket likes me. The jacket is actually sending me a signal to reveal it. This is why I desire it. So that's the first thing. When you want to drink coffee, why do you want to drink coffee? It's not that you want to drink coffee. It's that the coffee wants to be revealed and is sending you a signal, come drink me. So we have all of the physical things in this world actually trying to be revealed through us. And when we do enjoy that thing, we are actually uniting light and vessel. We are doing a great service to creation by revealing that light. We become happy, we make other people happy, and we are allowing creation to do what it was meant to do. All the kingdoms below, which are the animal, plant, and mineral kingdom, are here to serve the human kingdom, to become like the Creator, to transform who we are, to access miracles. And so when you're looking at the ocean and enjoying it, or you're looking at nature and you're enjoying it, the trees are happy because the trees and the ocean are here to serve us. And by us having pleasure, pleasure is the revelation of light. So technically, the ocean allowed us to reveal light. And so there's circuitry, and creation is elevated as a result. The problem is, what is the intention and consciousness by which you enjoy things? And I'm going to share this one powerful, powerful lesson with you, that if you always keep this lesson, anything you enjoy in this world, you will be able to keep, and it will bless you. As opposed to when you don't have this consciousness, there will be chaos by you buying this jacket or this car or going on this trip. You could go on a trip and it could cost you a lot of money. You'd be stuck on the tarmac for 3 hours and the hotel room's not right, and there's mosquitoes and there's bad weather and there's the wrong people. Or you could go on a trip and everything can go your way. And it can be the most beautiful experience, most magical experience. What determines what kind of experience you'll have? What determines if this food that you consume, or this clothing that you buy, or this home that you purchase or lease brings you blessings or brings you chaos? What determines if a relationship that you are enjoying or connecting with brings you blessings or brings you chaos? This one consciousness that I'm about to share. Everything in this world of a physical nature, we have to first get to a place where we tell ourselves, we don't need that to be happy. That's the first step. With or without it, I would still be in my highest vibration of wholeness. That's the first level of consciousness. And we always have to check ourselves. So let's say, going back to the jacket example, if I'm going to go buy a jacket, the question needs to be, whether I have the jacket or don't have the jacket, how do I feel about myself? Whether I have the relationship, don't have the relationship, how do I feel about myself? Whether I have money, I don't have money, how do I feel about myself? Whether I have compliments, people like me, people celebrate me, people respect me, or they don't. They don't like you. They are speaking poorly about you. Can you stay in the consciousness of wholeness? Or can you at least attempt to be there? This is the first test. If we need something in the physical world, to the extent that we need it, is to the extent that it will bring us chaos. When you don't need something, now you can truly enjoy it. Now you can have what's called a circular vessel. A secondary vessel becomes created inside of your soul that allows you to receive this thing, and it will never leave you, and you'll always be blessed. I was talking to somebody at a wedding, and he has a very successful young guy, and he's created and sold many companies before. He's, I think, in his mid-30s. And we were talking about just kind of how he's created his success and what he's doing with it. And he said something just so interesting. I've heard this many times before. I've heard this before, and I've felt this energy from very successful men and women before. I said to him, I asked him a question. I said, what are your yearly expenses? Like your family, like how much money do you spend? Because we were kind of going deep into budgeting and whatnot. And he was sharing with me how much he spends a year. And I said to him, well, that's a lot. And he said to me, he's like, yeah. He said to me, I'm not worried. He's like, truthfully, he's like, if I lost everything today, like everything, if I lost all my money, it wouldn't really matter to me. I would just make it all back. It was so nonchalant about how he said that. He has a wife, he has kids, he has responsibilities, he has tremendous expenses. And he said, yeah, if I lost everything or I ran out of money, I would just go make it back. What does that feel like when I say that to you? That feels like a person who, whether he has money or he doesn't, he knows who he is. He knows he is the energy of abundance. He knows he is the energy of wealth. And so we should be able to listen to creation and see what wants to be revealed through us. If there's a beautiful jacket you want to buy, a beautiful dress, or beautiful clothing that you want to buy, you should absolutely have it. Obviously, we need to be conscious of not spending money that we don't have. But the truth is, I'll tell you something. Any money I ever spent with the consciousness, one, of I don't need it to be happy, and I'm not saying I'm perfect at this, but if I was able to maintain the consciousness of I don't need it to be happy, and the second consciousness is, how does this help me get closer to the light of the Creator? Anytime, helicopter coming by. Okay. I want to make sure you can hear me okay. Anytime I have the consciousness of I don't need it to be happy, but I'm really willing to reveal it. And the second thing was, I want to do this to bring myself closer to the light of the Creator. Always that money came back. Always, always, always that money came back. And the truth is, there was a time in my life I even asked myself, if I'm teaching spirituality, if I'm teaching about abundance, if I'm teaching about manifestation, and I learned this lesson many, many years ago. I used to not care at all about how I dressed. I used to I'm like, I just wear sweatpants all day and be comfortable. And I would literally go into board meetings with investors where there was a lot at stake and everyone's in suits, and I would just come, dressed like I didn't really care. And there's a part of me that something switched, and it was from advice from many friends that if I want to represent something that's bigger than me, if I'm representing spirituality or I'm representing the Creator in some way, I can't just show up looking however I want to look. I need to match the energy that is respectful to the Creator. And so dressing a certain way, and we know that the high priest in the Holy Temple thousands of years ago had very special clothing. So for example, linen has a certain energy, wool has a certain energy. They would have certain gold pieces that had certain energy because gold is what's called left column. It draws energy in a certain way. And we know that actually gold is one of the best conductors of electricity. There was silver that was used. There was precious metals that were put on the clothing. All of them were antennas for different types of energy. And based on the hierarchy of a spiritual person, they actually had clothing that was representative of that. Because clothing is what's called our surrounding light. And so when you have torn clothing or dirty clothing or clothing that is not taken care of, it actually affects your surrounding energies. It affects your aura. It affects how people's evil eye and jealousy can penetrate through to you. And it also doesn't make you feel inspired to be close to the Creator because you're basically surrounding yourself with a dirty energy when you have dirty clothing, especially clothing that is like not torn on purpose for a fashionable reason, but if stuff gets like destroyed and you have like old clothing that's destroyed, it's actually negatively affecting your aura and your protection and your inspiration. So surrounding light always has to do with motivation and inspiration. When you have a strong surrounding light, you're more motivated and you are given inspiration energetically from the outside. And when you have a weak surrounding light, you have less motivation, more sadness, more apathy about like creating things in this world. So one of the things I've learned is investing in clothing or even investing in nice things within my means with the intention of I don't need it to be happy. And number two, how does this bring me closer to the Creator? How does this represent the Creator? Has always brought me blessings. Has always, always brought me blessings and somehow worked out. I'll give you another example. I've made the decision a few months ago that I want to bring my parents who are in their 70s, and for decades, I've not really spent this type of quality time with them. And I said to myself, every trip I go, whether it's a seminar or be with my friends even, so I'm here on a wedding with my friends, I said I'm going to bring my parents. I bring my parents to everything. I even bring my parents to the after party and the lunches and the dinners and all that stuff. And the truth is, bringing my parents has now tripled my bill from flying and hotels and food and experiences and whatnot. And there was a moment in my mind, I'm like, whoa, this is a lot. Granted, my parents are also helping a lot. They're helping at the events, and they're giving their time and their energy. But when I had that thought, wait, this is getting expensive, then there was another thought that said, the Bible, which is the code of humanity when it's actually decodified, and Kabbalah decodifies the Bible. We know that one of the 10 commandments is to actually honor your parents. And there's a lot of secrets there. A lot of secrets. There's no such thing as 10 commandments, by the way. It's 10 levels of energy. And each of the phrases of these 10 levels of energy, these 10 dimensions, unlocks a gate of energy inside your soul. And so the one that has to do with parents is the more unity you have with your parents, the more care and love you have, even if your parents aren't living, even if you have parents who are absent, even if you're adopted and you don't know who your biological parents are, your step parents actually fill that role. Even if your parents don't want to have a relationship with you, that's okay. The effort you make to have unity and love and connection to your parents, it's called, the Kabbalists say, the sages say, Chokhmah and Bina. It's Abba and Ima. It's two dimensions of light that when they are open, you receive a really balanced energy into your life. And so the more effort we make, the more money we spend, the more time we invest in unifying ourselves with our parents, living or not, estranged or not, our effort is what counts. These two dimensions of light called Abba and Ima open up, and you have more divine inspiration, you have more certainty, you have more protection, you have more surrounding light, you have more healing, more of everything. And so I told myself, well, you know what? This money being spent, it doesn't even matter how much it is. I'm opening up these two dimensions of light, and by doing so, I'm bringing back 10 times the wealth, 10 times the energy, not to mention just everything else, just how amazing it is just to be close to your family in that way. So this week, this energy is helping us reframe our consciousness. It's all about creating the vessel, not trying to force the light in, but spending time, spending energy, spending consciousness on what I can do to change my vessel. And we've learned that clothing, buying nice things, traveling to nice places in the world, these are all things we are meant to do, but we need to do them not because we need to do them, but because we want to reveal that energy. And the second thing is, how can you make everything that you do, everything you consume, everything you purchase, somehow tied back to bringing more light to the world, bringing yourself closer to the light of the Creator. If you want to buy something nice, and that's going to give you more inspiration or energy to do more spiritual work, great, go do it. You will be protected. You will see miracles. And guess what? All that money is coming back to you.